Good morning, Sanjay Seth. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, students. Hope
Good morning.
all are doing great. Student, as you are aware that today Mr. Sanjay Mamgain is a corporate safe, means that head of our all group, all hotels, is a corporate chef, Lord's Hotel and Resorts, will share his views and help us to expand our knowledge on food safety, nutrition, and wellness during COVID-19. So, Sanjay Chef, you can proceed now, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, all of you.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning,
Yeah.
chef.
Good morning, all of you. How many students are here right now?
Right now is a 21.
21 students. Okay.
Only 21. Like registration is the 50. Maybe
Okay.
they will be checking for.
Okay. And these are all from the F&B background?
No, this is the mix of food productions, maximum food production and F&B. Yes.
Okay. 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 Okay.
The student is mixed, sir. Some students for that pursuing, some students are passed out. This is a mix of students.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, good morning to all of you.
Good morning, chef.
Good morning
sir.
to all of you. How are you? How are you?
Fine, chef. How are you, chef?
I'm also good. So you people are taking all the care for safety
Yes, chef.
Yes.
during this COVID-19. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. 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 So let's start now. First thing, it's with regard to the hotel. With regard to the hotel, and first we talk about the hygiene part, because now what matters the most is the hygiene, right? Because during this COVID-19, whatever you do, maybe at your home or outside while traveling, or if you are in the hotel, the main concern is going to be the hygiene. So hygiene has to be the topmost priority for everyone, and it should be the topmost priority for the hotels also to run well, because the guests will be coming to hotels. The guests will be coming to hotels which are properly maintaining the safe and hygiene procedures and all the guidelines as being provided by the government to follow, right? So
Yes, chef.
when I talk about the hygiene, the first thing is personal hygiene. The first thing is personal hygiene, right? So personal hygiene means, first of all, you need to be hygienically well maintained yourself round the clock, and accordingly then you can take it further, and you can do other activities of getting your areas cleaned, or getting your work areas cleaned, and maintaining the required standards for the hotels, right?
Right.
Yeah. Now during this COVID-19, now we will have certain changes in our policies for maintaining the hygiene. As you know, the sanitizers are a must. The sanitizers are a must. Now here I just wanted to point out one thing, that the sanitizers, you need to wash your hands with the sanitizers. But once, for people who are entering the kitchen area, they have to again rewash their hands with a liquid soap and warm water. Why I am saying this? Because this sanitizer is alcohol based. Now this should not be mixed up with any food item, which will be very risky. also for the kitchen staff, if directly after cleaning their hands with the hand sanitizer, they are working in the gas range, so it can be a matter of concern, a matter of fire hazard also. So for all the kitchen staff, the first thing is as they enter the hotel, they need to sanitize their hands with the sanitizer, and as they come to the kitchen, again they need to rewash their hands with liquid soap and the warm water. Is this okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now coming to the food safety. Now, food safety is in itself a very, very big topic, and most of the things concerned are backed with basic common sense. Because small silly mistakes can create blunders in the kitchen, can create blunders in the food. Because of small mistakes, there can be big problems. Big guest complaint, the food can get spoiled, there can be food poisoning. So there are a lot of things, which are concerned as far as the food safety is concerned. Okay. Now hello, is my voice audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now the first thing when we talk about the food safety is the food thermometer. Food thermometer. The food thermometer is something, is an instrument from which you check the temperature of your food. And just like a food thermometer, we need to know about the food germometer. When we talk about the food germometer, it means the activity of the germs related to the temperature. I means at what temperature the germometer will show us what temperature is there, and accordingly we need to understand the danger zone for the food temperature. So when we talk about this, we should make a note that the danger zone for the food germs or the food bacteria to multiply is between 5 degrees centigrade to 63 degrees centigrade. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So 5 degrees centigrade to 63 degrees centigrade is the temperature in which you will find most of the bacteria growing, and that is very risky. Now, below 5 degrees centigrade to minus 18 degrees centigrade is a safe zone for keeping all the cooked and the raw food material in our walk-in coolers. When I talk about walk-in coolers, what do you understand? What is the meaning of walk-in cooler? Can anyone tell me? You can unmute yourselves. If I ask you something, you can answer.
Chef, it's a deep freeze that we can put lots of stuff.
Yes.
Sir, it is a kind of what do you say? A closet which we can walk through for our all the food materials inside.
Very nice. Yes. So walk-in cooler, walk-in freezer, these are two things. Now walk-in cooler, it works on a temperature ranging from 5 to 16 degrees, from 5 degree to minus 16 degree centigrade. And this is the refrigerator, or it is the cooler where you can store your cooked food, where you can store your raw vegetables, where you can keep your gravies and all other things, right? Walk-in cooler means a room, a cold room where anyone can walk in and out. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, chef.
Where anyone can walk physically inside and out. That is the meaning of a walk-in cooler. The basis of the cooler is the same. The fridges we are having at the same, we call it a fridge. It's a small thing, we call it a fridge. But when we say walk-in cooler, means it's a huge room with the same temperature setup where in person a cook or a chef can walk inside in and inside out. Right? Now, apart from this walk-in cooler, we also have got walk-in freezers. Now, there is a difference between walk-in cooler and a walk-in freezer. When we say walk-in freezer means walk-in freezer works from -16 to minus temperature. It can be -20, it can be -24, it can be -25, right? So walk-in freezer is a place where you can store things which require a temperature of freezing. For example, you can keep ice creams. You can store your meats, raw meats you can store. You can store few of your sauces and many other things which you want to be freezed. Freezed means in the solid form, in the ice form. So two categories of walk-ins are there. One is the walk-in cooler and one is the walk-in freezer. So I hope the temperature you have noted down for walk-in cooler, it is 5 degrees centigrade to -16 degrees. For walk-in freezer, it is below -16 degrees. Is this okay? Now,
Yes, chef.
between 5 degree to 63 degree is the danger zone. Danger zone where you find the bacteria growing, where you find the bacteria multiplying. Now, above 63 degrees centigrade, the heat is so much that the bacteria dies. The bacteria cannot grow. So, the bacteria sustains between these temperatures of 5 and 63. It is the bacteria multiplies very high in between 30 to 40 degree or 30 to 45 degree, where you find in kitchen, most of the kitchens which are not sanitized well, you find the cockroaches and other such insects, right? Now, the boiling point for the water, for the gravies, it should go above 75 to 80 degrees. Whenever you are reheating any cooked food, it should be around 80 degrees centigrade. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Chef.
Now, yes. Anything? Anyone is asking anything? Okay. Now, when we talk about the food safety, we also have to take an initiative of personal safety first. Personal safety, when I say, means you should be wearing proper shoes recommended for the kitchen. You have to see which area you are working in. For supposing you are working in a bakery, in a baking section, where the items are being baked in an oven, in such a scenario, you need to have a proper apron. heat-proof apron. You need to have heat-proof gloves for operating the bakery oven, right? Because directly you cannot open the oven door and put your hands inside with a duster. No, there has to be heat-proof gloves for safety and heat-proof oven also along with the duster while operating the bakery oven. Similarly, for other jobs, say if you are working on a bone saw machine, has anyone heard about bone saw machine?
No,
Do you
sir.
know what is a bone
No.
saw machine? Can anyone answer me?
This machine can cut bones also.
Yes, right. So bone saw machine is a machine in which you cut the meat bones. It can be meat bones, it can be fish, it can be any meat. But you cannot directly cut any mutton leg or any fish. Do you know the reason why?
No, sir. Because mutton, uh,
You cannot cut any fresh lamb leg or any whole fish. You cannot cut in the bone saw machine. Reason is that the while cutting, the flesh will tear in between, and it becomes very risky for the person who is handling the machine. He may have an accident. His hands may come in between because fresh meat, the cutting is also not proper. So whenever you are using a bone saw machine, always remember the meat, the mutton leg or the whole fish, they need to be first freezed in the walk-in freezer. Is this okay?
yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
So frozen legs or a frozen fish is always used in the bone saw machine. Raw meat, no. And then one more thing of concern is while using it, you have to wear the safety gloves. You have to wear the safety apron also because it's a blade. Although it is covered, but then the 6 inches blade is open where you are putting the bones in for cutting purpose, and that becomes a very risky affair. So for food safety, bone saw machine handling is very important, and I hope you have understood regarding this. Yeah.
Yes, chef.
Okay. Now for food safety, another important aspect is your receiving area. Receiving area. When I talk about the receiving area means any chef who has been authorized or who has been told by his chef to do the receiving of the vegetables, of the dairy products, of the meats. This person who is taking this responsibility should know the food safety norms. Why I am saying this? Because he is the person who is checking the food material, and if he is not checking it properly, then it can be a big problem for the food poisoning or some other things or wastage or spoilage. So for a person and for all the kitchen staff, for all the service staff, whoever it is, the main concern is that they should know the SOPs of the receiving. They should know the specifications about the food. When I talk about specification of food, can anyone tell me what it means, specification of food? Can anyone tell me what does it mean, specification of food?
This is regarding temperature, chef.
No specification for food items.
Sir, I guess it's about quality
See,
about the foods.
yes. So what does it actually mean? What does it actually mean when I say food specifications? What does it mean?
So the food is in
Only
good
specificated food
condition.
item purchase.
Yes, yes,
Only specific food item that hotel should be purchased. Like if
but
hotel purchase Amul
yes, it
cream,
can be. Yes. So basically,
so they have to purchase
specifications.
just
Yes. See, specifications are the minute guidelines about a product. And when you are receiving anything, you have to go through those minute guidelines. Specifications means to. I give you an example for specification. It means, say, you want a tailor to get a shirt stitched for you. So you go to the tailor, you provide him the cloth, and you ask him to make a shirt for you. Now the tailor will not say, okay, I will make the shirt for you. No. What he is going to do? He is going to take your measurement of your neck, your hands, your chest, your tummy, I mean, all the things he is going to note it down. So, all the measurement points which are being noted by a tailor, these points are actually the specifications of your body. And as per those specifications of measurement only is going to stitch the shirt for you. Right?
yes, chef.
Everyone has now understood the meaning of specification.
Yes, chef.
Now, in the hotel industry, we also have to follow the same guidelines. Say, we have ordered milk. Now, Amul milk, supposing we have ordered, or Mother India, whatever it is. Specifications for milk will be the fat content. Now, you should be knowing the different types of milk. Milk is toned, it's full cream. So the fat content matters here. Now, which milk you want? It's a cow milk, or a toned milk, or a full cream milk. So when we write the specification along with the demand, and we make a contract with the vendors for all these details, then we get the proper thing which we need to check at the receiving, and accordingly we take the raw material. For example, supposing you go to a hotel and you order for one portion of prawn curry. Is this okay? Or you order for one portion of prawn
Prawn curry.
prawn, say salt and pepper or chili prawns. Okay. Now, what you find, in case if you are not having any specifications for your hotel, then the vendor will give you any size of prawns. One day he may give you few big prawns and others are very small. One day he may give you all small tiny prawns. So what will happen? A chef cannot have a proper portion control because of the specifications, right? If the specifications are not in place, if the receiving area is not in a proper setup, then what will happen? A vendor will give the prawns. Today he may give you half prawns which are big in size, others are small in size. Now for a chef it becomes a problem when he is making a prawn chili or a prawn salt and pepper. He may use 10 prawns or 12 prawns. Tomorrow, if he is receiving big prawns, so he may give only 6 pieces of prawn. Now, for a customer who is coming to your restaurant, who is coming to your hotel, what happens? He will complain. He will say, last time when I came, you gave us 12 pieces. Today you are giving only 6. That time, is it okay to make a guest understand? No, sir, that time the prawns were small. This time the prawns are big, so I am giving you 6. No. So this is not the way how we run the kitchen or the work in the kitchen. So specifications are so important that you have to categorize category wise all the things. Prawns A category, B category, C category. If I say A category, it means in 1 kg the count of prawns should be between 16 to or 12 to 16. 12 to 16. At least the size will be almost the same. If I say B category of prawns, then it should be between 25 to 32. C category, I say, it means they are tiny shrimps and the count per kg can be 45 to 60. Now, this also reflects upon the rates. If you are taking the A quality, so accordingly you will be paying the rate to the vendor. If you are asking for a B quality, you will be giving in the rate of B quality. If you are asking for a C grade quality of prawns, tiny shrimp, the rate will be on a lower side. So same goes for all the food items. It goes also for the onions also, for the potatoes also. 1 kg onion, if you make a standard specification of 7 to 9 onions in 1 kg, then that is a standard setup of your specification for onion. And accordingly you will give the rate. But tomorrow, if the vendor gets you small onions, and he says, sir, this is only available in the market, baby onions. You must have seen in the market. So in such a case, you will not receive that onion. Then you should have category B of onions, means B grade onions, and the rate will also be less. Or you can directly reject the supply to the vendor, right? So have you understood the receiving? Have you
Yes, chef.
understood the receiving?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, one more
Yes.
concern, the most important concern for receiving is the quantity, the weight of the product and the expiry of the product. When I say weight of the product and the expiry of the product, it means if say in the challan form, right, or in the on the bill, if it is written that the paneer is 4.5 kg, so you should also see and ensure along with the security person in the receiving area that the weight of the paneer as mentioned in the challan is 4.5 kg. So the its weight should also physically be 4.5 kg. Okay.
Yes, chef.
Yes. Apart from this, the expiry date is very, very important. Say today we are sitting on the month of June, right? Today is 3rd of June. Okay. Now, if you have ordered some spices, something is coming from the market, you need to check the expiry also. You have to take items.
Network issue.
Hello. Is my voice audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
chef.
Yeah. Actually, the light has gone off. The light has gone off, and I am connected now with the mobile hotspot. Right?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Should
sir.
I continue?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, expiry date is very, very important. You do not have to receive anything at the receiving area which is going to expire after 2-3 months. So you have to see that at least if you are taking something, it should have a proper this time limit of expiry also. Old manufacturing items, you should not take the old stock, right? So expiry, then the pilferage. Now most of the things, what happens? Supposing you are receiving fruits, apples or bananas. If the apples are having cut marks or the bananas, they are not proper. So you can reject those items immediately. Now the SOP for the receiving is that if anything you have rejected, the hotel purchase manager can purchase those things, and whatever difference in amount is there with the vendor, they can debit the vendor. So for food safety, receiving is also a very, very important concern. So is this okay? Receiving area you have
Yes,
understood?
chef.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now coming back to kitchen, the main concern in the kitchen is FIFO. FIFO, when I say, means first in, first out. So in the kitchen also we are having a store. We are also having the freezers where we have kept cooked gravies, cooked meats, raw vegetables, everything. So FIFO means first in, first out. So that is the international procedure followed all across the world. So same thing goes for the kitchen also. First thing, first come out, right? Then the
Yes,
second
chef.
important food safety aspect is work as you go. Means if you are working on something, as you complete that work, you immediately clean your area and then you should proceed for your second job, right? Now, food safety, for food safety, one more important aspect is cleaning of kitchen equipments, cleaning of your knives, your chef's knives, all the equipments, and sanitizing your chopping boards. Now, chopping boards you must be aware of should always be used as per the color code, right? So it should not be like you are using a red chopping board for a veg item. So you should have a proper knowledge and accordingly you should use the chopping boards. White, you must be knowing, is for dairy and cream products.
Dairy products.
Similarly, a red one is for your meat.
Meat.
Brown is for cooked meats. Yeah, brown is for cooked meat. Blue is for fish. Green you can use for vegetables. So chopping board proper color coding, as per the color coding, as per the guidelines you have to maintain them. And as you have finished your work, the chopping board should be sanitized properly, right, in chlorine water. Now, when I talk about sanitization, so you should make a note of very important points. Number one, whenever you are receiving or using the vegetables, you have to wash them in 50 ppl of chlorine. So for 10 liters of water, 50 ppm of chlorine should be used for cleaning all the vegetables. All the eggs, all the meats should be cleaned, should be sanitized in 100 ppm of chlorine, right? So how much
Right.
chlorine per 10 liters solution you need to use for vegetables? It's 50. For all the non-veg and the eggs, it should be 100. Hope you have understood this.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
chef.
Yeah, anyone is asking something?
No, sir.
Now,
I have a
post this
question.
COVID-19, you have to see that the food, especially the cooked food, should never be touched with your raw hands. You must have seen most of the people, they are touching the food. No, if something is cooking, it can be a gravy, it can be a chicken or noodles. You should never put your hands in the cooking dish and taking it for tasting. No. Main concern here is that you have to avoid your hand touch with all such food items. In case if required to do tasting, you can take a spoon and then you can taste. Okay. Now, for storing veg and non-veg items, please ensure that a separate freezer is there for non-veg items. A separate freezer is there for veg items. Right? There are special, I mean, markations for the veg and non-veg. Green dot for the veg, red dot for the non-veg. Now, supposing in a hotel you are having only one fridge, one 4-door fridge, right? Where you have 4 doors and you have to store the vegetables and the meats. Now, in such a case, you will never put the non-veg on the top and veg on the bottom. If you have a 4-door freezer and you have no other option apart from this, and you have to store your cooked food items in a 4-door freezer, in such a case, all the non-veg items have to be stored in the bottom 2 doors, and all the veg has to be stored on the upward, right? Why I'm saying? Because main concern here is to avoid the contamination. Meat stuff, the blood can drop into the veg item, so it can again be a problem. First thing is you need to have a separate freezer. In case if you are not having a separate freezer or your separate freezer is out of order, not working, in such an emergency situation, if you are supposed to keep it in one freezer only, then you have to make a note that all the non-veg is always to be stored on the bottom and all the veg has to be stored on the top, and all the food needs to be covered properly. The best is the GN pan. GN pan, do you know what is GN pan? What is the full form of GN? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me what is the full form of GN pan? Yes, can anyone tell me? These
So
are
is
the
it gastronome pan?
Yes, right. So you should always try to use the gastronome pans because they have proper lids to cover. You don't require a clean wrap or a silver foil to cover all the time. So they are the best. Gastronome pans are the best to be used in the kitchen. Okay. Okay. Now there are for food safety, there are food items which are very risky, which have more of contamination. So in veg, these items are like bean sprouts, cut papaya, watermelon. Then in non-veg, always remember one thing: never keep raw and cooked meats together. Right? Never keep raw and cooked meat together. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, chef.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
So food safety is very important as far as the storing is concerned. I hope you have understood the storing procedures for the food. Right?
Yes, chef.
Yes. Now, food safety also means how to manage over food which has come from the buffet. Now,
Excuse me.
yes, yes, Richa,
Sir, I have a question to ask.
yeah.
Because of COVID-19, many food businesses has shut down. So after
Yes.
hotel will reopen, there are many
Hmm.
products that will have only 1 or 2 months prior the expiry date. So what should we do because of that?
Who told you? Who told you?
No, nobody told me. I'm just asking.
No, no, there is nothing as such. If say a tomato ketchup sauce is there with the expiry of 6 months or 9 months, so till 9 months you can use it, na? That is not a problem. If a desi ghee is there having expiry of 1 year till 2021, you can use it. You have
Yeah.
to go as per the details mentioned in the items, in the products. So item to item, product to product, the shelf line of these shelf life of these products you have to see, and accordingly you have to use. That is not a problem. See, this COVID-19 is a problem, but that doesn't mean that this problem will not be cured. Initially, as the hotels are being opened, getting opened by 8th, so food parcels will be allowed. The food will be allowed, but then there are certain guidelines which has to be followed. And slowly and gradually, as this problem will be gone, we will have the normal operations in place. So there is nothing to worry about, nothing to be concerned about. Only thing is you have to follow the guidelines for self safety, right? Right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, you being the corporate chef at Lord's Hotels and Resorts, so what would be your personal food safety measures post this COVID-19 in your own kitchen?
Yeah, it's the guidelines are as per the government guidelines and the international guidelines. Nothing personal on this matter.
No, sir, I was asking like
We have to
what
follow
will be your personal measures? Like what measures would you take to maintain food safety in your kitchen?
all the points which I have been discussing with you. All these points are there, plus there are additional points which the staff has to go as per the checklist which has been given to them. It's a big, huge checklist.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Say, see, asking for that, what should you step? And there was any circular to giving all 35 hotels or 32 hotels that everybody know the international law, national law, but nobody follows it. As a chain hotel or as a head of the corporate, what is your observation? If, sir, everybody know the rules. One minute, sir. I let me finish, sir. Everybody know,
Yeah.
everybody know the rules and regulation for that, but still everybody not wearing the using masks. Everybody not follow the rules. That's why the day by day COVID is growing.
Okay, you mean the implementation of the procedures
Yeah.
being followed and how it is being checked, right?
Because you are the corporate, Lords is the chain group. So there was a
Yes.
certain implementations for that, and you that sending the message for all hotel, you will be follow for this.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
guide us for.
See, for this, I got it. For this, we have a WhatsApp group for all the hotel chefs, and all the chefs, they update on daily basis. Apart from this, they are sending the videos of daily cleaning. The checklists have been given to them. They are following them, and as a surprise check, I give a call to any of the chefs and ask him on a video call to show me the areas of his kitchen and how the people are working. So these surprise checks are being done with all the team members. So that is the main process how I check these things.
Hello.
Yes. Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
My name is Sunny Rana, and
Yeah.
I have little suggestion. I am the beginner of this industry,
Okay.
so I have little suggestion of menu.
Okay.
In foreigns, sir, I show the menu. We have different types of menu in Chinese, Punjabis, and like this. So I show the menu in foreign. So an example, meal names in nutrition specified. Example like this meal in 20 grams of protein, 15 grams of healthy fats, and carbohydrates, vitamins. They written in menu. So after this environment of corona, so all know about immunity and all know about protein and healthy food. So we can change our menu like this. Meal
But
name,
menus.
and
See.
and
Yeah,
inside.
Sunny. Yeah.
Sir.
I'm hearing to you. Carry on.
Sir, a meal name inside all nutrition
Yes, carry on.
written. Like example, like 20 grams of protein in this meal, 20 grams of protein, 15 grams of healthy fat, and carbohydrates, like written in menu. So we can change the menu like this. I have little suggestion of you, sir. Can you do that, sir? हेलो
सर, ये आपका क्वेश्चन समझ में नहीं आ रहा। आप क्या पूछना चाहते हो? आपका मेनू में आप न्यूट्रिशन फैक्ट डालना चाहते हो, ये पूछ रहे हो?
हाँ, ये सजेशन है मेरा कि दिस इज माय सजेशन कि
न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू, न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू जो नॉर्मली इंडियन मेनू में नहीं होता है। आप बोल रहे हो फॉरेन में खाना खाने गया, फॉरेन में गया, वहाँ पे मेनू में न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू
लिखा हुआ था। हाँ,
तो इंडिया में भी होना चाहिए, पूछ रहे हो?
या दिस यस सर,
दिस इज योर क्वेश्चन, द न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू
सजेशन है सर कि ये इंडिया में कर सकते हैं सर।
अच्छा, तो सजेशन मतलब क्या? सजेशन मतलब सेफ को भी पता चलना चाहिए। सेफ आप जो पूछ रहे हो, आप क्या पूछ रहे हो जे भाई आप न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू मेनू में है, तो यहाँ पे इंडिया में भी करना चाहिए।
हाँ, मेनू में लिखना चाहिए कि ये मील में इतना प्रोटीन है, इतना फैट है, और
ये तो
इतना
डिपेंड करते हैं रेस्टोरेंट एंड होटल के ऊपर। ये तो तुम प्रेशर नहीं कर सकते। जो सपोज संजय शेफ, यू हियर मी? Sanjay Sheikh,
yeah, tell me.
Just give the answer.
Yes, I'm hearing.
He asking for the nutrition value is that available for all menu, but it is, I think it is depend upon the restaurant and hotel owners.
Yes.
Please just suggest them.
See, okay, Sunny, a valid question from you, but for most of the things, this trend is coming up now. This trend is coming up now in other countries in Europe, say in developed countries like say US, Japan, European countries. You find they mention in detail all these things. Now this trend of mentioning the calorific values and all these details is coming to India also, and some brands have taken this initiative and they've started mentioning this. And also, if you see at if you see at our menus also, on few items we are also mentioning these things. Now the main concern is that calorific value cannot be same all across for any item unless and until the items being used are having the same brand. Why I say like this? Say, for example, if some food is being cooked in olive oil, so the calorific value will be different. For a hotel which is using a refined oil, the calorie value you will find different. So it's little different as far as compared to other brands. So
Yes, sir.
also depends upon the recipe,
Yes.
right? It also depends upon the recipe. And you are from kitchen. You are from kitchen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you should also be knowing what is the calories required for a chef on a daily basis. Can you tell me?
I think it depends on our body.
For a chef, I am saying, because the chef role, in the kitchen, mostly a chef is in the kitchen only, working for 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours.
I saying on one meal it
Not one meal. Throughout the day, I am talking about.
20 hours.
Throughout the day. Per day, intake, I am asking you.
Intake, okay. I think those are the two. Those are, sir.
How much? 1,000, 1,500, 2,000?
2,000.
Think, huh?
2,000.
It is more than that. Right? Right?
Right, sir.
Because they are working in the kitchen. Kitchen is not a AC kitchen, right?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
It's where you have to work with hot and cold, right?
Right, sir.
You have different sections, hot section, cold section. So your energy level goes very high.
Yes, sir.
When you are busy, the kitchen is busy, right?
Right, sir. Definitely.
Right. So now for food safety, another concern is the food reheating temperature also. Now, supposing something you are reheating, if a gravy is kept in a freezer and you have an order and you are taking the gravy out and you are again cooking it, in such a cases, you need to heat up that gravy up to the required level nicely. You cannot just warm that gravy and make a dish and serve it to a guest, because it can lead to food poisoning. So that is also a very important aspect for food safety. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, food safety also means that in case if your fingers are having a cut mark or some blood is coming, so in such a case, either you should be not working, doing that type of job, or you should be wearing the gloves. So you have to see that the contamination does not take place. Right? Now, another food safety concern is storing back food left over from the buffet. Now, if you have placed a buffet and there is the food laid out, now if that food is not properly stored, or a chef is not knowing what to store, how to store, then also it is a problem. So you should know which food items you have to immediately dispose of which items you can keep, which gravies you should throw. So these are the details which you will get once you have a practical experience observing such things.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Tanya.
Sir, are we in a need of taking some food supplements so as to boost our food nutrition in our regular diet?
Not required. Not required. Unless and until a doctor recommends you. Not required.
Okay.
Excuse me, chef.
Not required. Yes.
Hello,
Hello.
sir.
Sir, this is Akshay here.
Yes.
Sir, as because you are a corporate chef, so chef, during COVID-19,
Yeah.
which point do you concern regarding purchasing? Because hotel industry normally takes their vendors. So online purchasing is good, or vendor give the order to the vendor.
See,
So which you consider as a
see,
corporate chef?
vendor provides you many things, right? A vendor is providing
Okay,
you
chef.
so many things. You order him, he will get all the things for you. Only thing of concern is that the vendor should not enter the hotel. Outside the time office only, he should bring his things. All the things which he has brought, the outer containers should be removed there only, and then the raw material should be taken. It can be kept aside at one corner for some time, especially the groceries, and later, after removing the outer cover, you can keep it in your stores and use it. Or for vegetables, as I told you, how to wash them first in chlorine water, then in the normal water. Similarly, for the non-veg items, in the chlorine water, you have to wash the chicken, mutton, whatever it is, and then in the normal water, and then you can keep it inside your kitchen fridges.
Okay, thank you, chef.
Student
Anything
Hello,
else?
can
chef.
ask
It's
any questions
Sachin
to chef.
Desai, sir.
Sir,
Chef, as well as there is one doubt also, because during
Yes.
COVID-19, eating non-veg is safe, or it's not safe? It from the outside, not at a home.
It depends where you are eating it. Where you are eating it. Do not eat it. Do not eat it in a normal low category restaurant. It's good to get it from a good A grade restaurant or a good hotel only.
Hello, chef.
And
It's
Okay,
Sachin
thank you,
Desai.
chef.
Hello, chef. It's Sachin Desai from food production department.
yeah,
Sir, I
Sachin.
have a question regarding COVID-19. As
Yes.
per government guidelines, we have to wash the vegetables with soda and water, as government says. But I
With
think that sorry,
we have to wash the vegetables with what you said?
water and soda.
Water and
Soda.
okay.
So I think that it affects on the life of vegetables. What is
You are
your
right.
opinion about it?
You are right. No, as I told you, only with the in the chlorine water solution you have to wash the vegetables. You have to wash the non-veg, no soda, nothing. And I have not seen any
But
guidelines showing the soda and all these things.
yes,
Right?
sir.
they said
Yeah.
that we have to buy vegetables in the bucket, and after we come home, we have to wash it with like food soda. वो हवाना सोडा जो कहते हैं ना, खाने का सोडा जो फूड में डालते हैं,
Baking
उससे
soda, sir.
उसको वॉश करना है. बेकिंग सोडा, yes, you can say baking soda.
See, baking soda, chemical component is different. It is not for cleaning all these things.
Yes, sir.
It does not serve the purpose. It is for the food which is being cooked or baked, right?
Correct,
So
sir.
it does not make any sense using it for cleaning.
So that affects on the life of veggies or not?
I do not recommend to use it for washing. Any soda not to be used for washing,
Okay, sir.
right? Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
My name is Neil.
Yeah,
My
Neil.
question is, can
Yes.
COVID-19 spread dog food?
Can COVID-19?
Spread dog food?
What does it mean? Your question?
He is
COVID
saying that
can
Sir, he is
from
saying
the
that can COVID-19
spread dog food?
Spread through food.
yes,
Yes.
sir. He's
yes,
asking
See,
that.
see. As of now, it's almost now 5 months. There has been no report of COVID-19 being spread through food in the entire world as of now. But
Yeah.
as a safety measure, we have to take the precautions. We have to keep sanitizing our hands. We have to keep sanitizing whatever we purchase. It can be vegetable, it can be meat product, it can be milk pouches, whatever it is. So safety we have to take. But as of now, I have not seen any. It's not in my knowledge that any case has come as far as food COVID. I mean, food is related to this COVID problem.
Safe, hear me.
Hello.
Shape, just you guide our students that your
Yes.
journey is a long journey. You are the corporate shape with the big positions in the every like nobody that like achieve this position easily. So could you that guide our students how they achieve this level, and you also guide them that what is your journey for the beginning to now.
Okay.
They also motivate for themselves
Okay.
because so many students is food production.
Okay. Okay. Now, you be all being in the hospitality, yeah, working. I mean, studying at the Lord's Institute. It's good that you are into this hospitality industry, and today we all are. I mean, watching each other. Huh? But believe me, this is the industry where where you where sky is the limit. When I say sky is the limit means you find people who have done MBA, who have done BTech, who have done MBBS. So they have a certain level where they can reach. This industry is having no such parameters of higher education. It all depends upon two things, two principles. If you have to achieve something in your life, it is hard work and dedication, number one, and applying basic common sense. It's all about basic common sense. What is there in a hotel? Guest is coming. You have to take care of the guest. You have to greet the guest. You have to talk to him. You have to make him comfortable. You have to provide him good hygiene, better rooms, good food, good service. What is so great about it? So it all depends upon you, how you take yourself. Tomorrow, you may be a GM, you may be a VP, you may be a CEO tomorrow, right? But some of you may be executive chef, some of you may be sous chef. So this all will depend upon you, how you take yourself. The first thing is that sky is the limit for this industry. You can enter any hotel in the world after passing your course. You can be with the Oberoi, you can be with the Marriott, you can be anywhere. What is required of you is you should be very, very hardworking. You should always be having a smiling face. Your dedication should be observed, should be seen in you. Your self-confidence level should be high. You should always be a great learner. You should never feel overconfident. Never feel overconfident, because every day we learn something from one another.
Say, lastly, share your journey that you start for beginner to right now is the corporate chef.
Yeah. I wanted, initially, I had a dream to be in the army, right? And I got through with the BSF also as an assistant commandant. But my parents, they never wanted me to join the forces. I had no other options. I had just taken an admission in BSc, and simultaneously one of my friends, he briefed me about the hotel industry. I applied for it, and I got through, and then I did the hotel management. After doing the hotel management, that time we had a campus interview. I joined the Softel Surya Delhi, and then passing through different hotels. I'm working now with Lords as at this position for last 4 years. But most important thing I will say that initially your 5-6 years are very important for you. Initially, after passing out, never look at the money part. If you are getting a job for say 7,000, 9,000, 10,000, 15,000, never look after the money. Your first concern should be your putting yourself in the industry. Learning should be your first motive. Learning, if you are in the kitchen, again it's learning. If you are in service, it's about learning. So you have to keep your dreams high, but you have to keep yourself learning. And the more hard work you will do, it will be good for you. I remember myself, till the time I was single, say for 9 years, I never looked at my watch, how many hours I am working. My colleagues, they used to look at their watch, 9 hours, 9.5 hours, they used to go. I used to go early in the morning, and I used to go after doing the closing. So working for 13 to 14 hours a day on a regular basis. I also used to skip my weekly ops. What am I going to do after taking off? So it's overall your mental setup. It is your mental setup, because by working extra hours, say your shift is for 9 hours, you are working for 2 hours extra every day or 3 hours extra every day. It is a learning for yourself. You are making yourself strong physically, professionally, mentally. So your ability is increasing. So आप ये मत देखो कि उसको वो कितने घंटे काम करता है, आप ये देखो कि मैं अपना हुनर बढ़ा रहा हूं. So what I used to do, see in big hotels, If you are working in Indian, you do not know Chinese में क्या हो रहा है. Only in small hotels you know क्या हो रहा है. But big hotels you find the people Chinese में है तो उनको मालूम नहीं होता Indian में क्या है, quantity में क्या है. So what I used to do, I used to work in a section. After completing my duty, I used to work for 3 to 4 hours in a different kitchen. I used to tell the sous chef, I want to come to you. So he used to tell me, okay, you come. And looking at my sincerity, he used to call me whenever he was having busy. On my off days, I used to go here, there. So this is all about making yourself. It's all about making yourself strong as far as the food knowledge is concerned, your personal knowledge is concerned, your professional knowledge is concerned. So you become strong if you are working extra. So today you may be getting the same amount of money as your colleagues, and there is no hard and fast rule in the hotel industry. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपसे कोई आदमी 2 साल पहले से काम कर रहा है इस पोस्ट में तो वो आपका सीनियर रहेगा. Tomorrow you can be a boss of your senior also. Why? Because in this industry there is no hard and fast rule. What matters is hard work, your dedication towards your job, your honesty, and how you perform. That is the most important thing, and that is the reason I told you initially for 5 to 6 years, work hard, be single only, be something, and tomorrow when we see each other, we will also be very proud to see you. And not only me, even Mr. Prasenjit or whosoever it is, when we find you in a good position in anywhere across the world.
Chef,
So,
You have
chef,
any question? Student,
Hello.
you have any question? Otherwise, I end the sessions. Students, any of the questions?
hello, chef.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Chef, so as per your suggestion, as per your life experience, so as a beginner, shall we start from the kitchen restaurant or shall we start from the medium-sized hotel, या फिर shall we start our journey from the large group of hotels?
See, it does not matter from where you start. See, tea is made everywhere. Tea is made in a roadside thela also, in a 5-star hotel also. So tea is tea. Rice or a coffee is coffee. So similarly, a chicken curry, only the fine tuning is done. Fine tuning is there. It's all about the hygiene, the style of working. So wherever you work hard, work with dedication. Your enthusiasm should be there. While working, you should think that this is your hobby. You should give your full heart and soul wherever you are working. It does not matter. See, for a child, or see for ourselves, you find people who study in government schools also, in private schools also, in high quality private schools also. But later on, a person may become IAS officer, a person may become something. So again, what matters is wherever you work, your hard work, your smart work, your working knowledge, your dedication, that will take you up. If you think all of a sudden you will be something, then it is not good for you. You have to give time, because in this industry, time is very important. The more time you give, the more strong you become in your professional goal.
Okay, thank you, chef.
Your learning becomes good.
chef,
Dedication has to be there. Once you come to a level, then your life also becomes smooth.
Okay, chef. Thank you, chef.
Yeah, Mr. Prasenjit.
Yeah, sir. Shall I finish or you can continue, sir? It
Sorry,
is
sir.
up to you.
Sorry, sir. I have one
Not a
question.
1 minute. 1 minute, Rajesh. Not a issue, Mr. Prasenjit.
No,
Actually,
you
there
have a
was
time, na, sir. You have a time. Na?
no problem, no problem. Or you can also do you can also conduct training on some other day also. We can discuss
No
it.
issue, no issue. They can ask for 1 or 2 questions. Then I'll thanks note, and after that you can finish. This is the
Yes,
procedure of the laws.
that is fine. That is fine. Yeah, yeah, Rajesh.
Namaskar, sir. Myself,
Yeah,
Rajesh Das,
namaskar.
and I am a student of last year of food production. My questions is, how long can we store in a normal temperature after the ice broken, like of fish and of chicken?
You mean the self life?
Yes,
See,
after
self
ice
life.
broken.
You mean how long we can store?
Yes.
You can store it for 2 months, 3 months.
But sir,
2
जब मैं उनका एक
months,
बार
3 months. Why? See, in the cruise ships, what happens earlier? It's all ready to eat items are there. I mean, in a cruise ship, you do not find the gas flames. It's the kitchen completely works on the electrical field. Electric hot plates. You do not make omelets on a gas stove. You have an electric hot plate like a dosa plate, and you put the egg pans. You do not have those regular eggs. You have those broken eggs there. You just put it. You are making those eggs. Similarly, a ship is sailing. All the meats are stored in the freezer only. So the shelf life can be 2 months, 3 months. It can be for meats. It can be for ice cream also. Ice cream also, if you store in a freezer for 3 months, nothing is going to happen. Why? Because it is in the minus this thing. And you know very well that minus 16 degrees centigrade to down the line, bacteria cannot grow. So when bacteria cannot grow in this temperature, so there will be no problem. Only concern is that whenever you are taking out the things from a freezer, do not directly put it in a hot water. Never put it in a hot flame or in a normal water. We have to first defrost it. When I say frosting and defrosting, I means supposing we have kept 10 mutton legs in a freezer, fresh mutton legs in a freezer, and say it takes 4 hours for those legs to get frozen from the fresh state. So similarly, when you require them, you have to keep them outside the cooler. Means from the freezer, you have to keep it in the normal cooler for 4 hours to get it thaw. Thaw means slowly and gradually it will start coming back to its normal temperature, not all of a sudden. And then you can take it and utilize it. Okay?
thank you, sir. Sir,
Is this
I
okay?
have one more question. Once the ice cream is melted, how can we use it again? Yeah, otherwise we should throw it.
See, ice cream is melted. We cannot put it back into the same state. Why? Because ice creams, when they are made, the cream is buffed, and the pressure is applied, due to which the air comes inside it. So if you look at the weight of the ice cream, the weight as per the volume is less. 5 kg bulk or a 4 kg bulk, the weight is less, but the volume has become so big,
So,
as you see in the box. So it is by pressure the cream has been set in such a way that the air particles are inside the ice cream. So as you take a scoop of ice cream into your mouth, those air particles, they tend to break down and it melts in your mouth. So once the ice cream has got melted, means all that air has diffused out. That air has been diffused out. So you cannot put it back into the same state as it was earlier. So only concern is if it has been not contaminated and it has melted only due to the temperature, you should not throw it. You should first see and check it or get it checked by your seniors, right? And then you can utilize it for making any ice cream mousse, any ice cream milkshake, or you can use it as a for any dessert as a topping or something like that.
Hello, sir.
Hello,
Chef,
Seth.
chef,
Hello, sir.
Hello, Seth.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
yes. Carry on.
Seth, one more question for you.
Yes.
I'm Swati. How restaurants are responding to challenge of reopening safely in COVID-19?
Yeah. Now the owners are all getting themselves ready for opening of their restaurants. And initially, government has allowed for the food parcels. So if you go through and check the websites, you will find plenty of food parcel websites which are mostly registered with the online food delivery companies like the Swiggy or the
Zomato.
Zomato and others also. So online parcel service is going to be a hit. Initially, all the hotels and restaurants have planned their food parcel menus, and we at Lord's Hotels have also introduced the same thing of online food parcel. The menu for different hotels is different, but the complete menu, creative, and the setup which we have done, I will share it on WhatsApp with Mr. Prasenjit, and he can show you with all the guidelines mentioned in it. So I will just forward that creative of menu of one hotel with Mr. Prasenjit.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Mr. Prasenjit. Yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
please check your WhatsApp. I have just forwarded you.
Okay.
chef, I
Sir.
have one more question.
1 minute.
Like, yes.
You forwarded that cares no matter how busy the person. If they really care, they
1
will
second.
find time for you. One
Yeah.
minute.
Have you received, Mr. Prasenjit?
No, I'm not
Please
received
check.
your right now is received. Right now is received. Right now I've received. This
Okay,
is all
okay.
for
So
the
this
Lord's
you can
Plaza.
share with these people also.
100%, sir. 100%. I shared.
Yes.
shared
So
all
for
these
different
details.
hotel, the creative. Yeah.
Creative, for the creativeness.
Yes.
Sir, I have one
Ultimately,
I mean,
question.
this is the online food menu. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Who was
Chef,
asking? Yes. Carry on.
Sir,
chef,
how to maintain a green chutney? Sir, I made a green chutney, chili with coriander. After one day, chutney will be black. How to maintain green chutney?
You put little of, see, if you are making a green chutney, so the mint and the coriander should be in plenty. Then you need to put the ice or a cold water. Never use the normal water for making the chutney. when you are doing the paste, no.
Yes, sir.
So put little of cold water.
Okay.
Chef, my questions is, Chef, how much time you have given for this position? I mean, total timing, and you have started your journey from which hotel?
Okay. I started with the Sofitel Surya. It's in New Friends Colony, Delhi, as a trainee CDP.
Chef, how much you have given time for this
It's a
position?
five-star deluxe hotel. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Ask me.
Chef, how do I know the food whatever I cooked is safe to eat if I don't have a thermometer? Like during the session, you told me regarding the thermometer, but if I don't have a thermometer, then how could I check the food is safe for serving or safe for to eat? Hello,
Network problem. Think.
hello.
Yes.
Hello, chef.
Yes. Tell me.
Am I audible, chef? Chef,
Yes.
if
Now
I
I'm
cook
audible.
something, during the session you told me regarding the temperature, regarding the thermometer. So if I don't have a thermometer, then how could I check the food that it is safe to eat or is it unsafe to eat?
I'm not able to hear you.
Hello, chef. How would I know the food whatever we cooked is safe to eat? Because if we don't have a thermometer, then how could we check the temperature?
See, food thermometer is there to check the temperature, but when you are cooking a food, you should be taking all the measures in place. Everything should be properly, nicely cleaned. The pan in which you are cooking should be nice and clean. And when you are cooking, the temperature goes up more than 75 degrees centigrades. And cooking at such a temperature, there is no bacteria. The food is always safe. Yes, the problem can be if the taste is not up to the mark. I mean, salt is more, or chili is more, or some worm insect comes in the food, then that is a case, that can be a case of food adulteration, you can say, or food poisoning. Then it can be risky if some insect comes into your cooked food, right? Or some other
Okay.
food gets mixed into your cooked food. But when a cooking is being done at a high temperature and with all the precautions in place, where everything is being washed nicely and then cooked properly as per the recipes, so there is no point of any food poisoning in such a case.
Okay. Thank you, chef.
Thank you, students, for asking the so many questions. Because chef is busy, because very busy schedule of the chef. And chef, can I close the session? Chef, you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thanks for
I'm hearing you.
thanks for sparing your valuable time and conducting a session of our LIM students.
Yeah.
Your views were of utter importance to us, sir. Thank you once again, sir, for taking for the precious time for that, for our LIM students.
Anytime, most welcome. Yes.
100% will
And
take
if you want,
yeah, sir. Thank you, sir.
yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, chef. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Thanks a
chef.
lot. Thank you.